I graduated the Georgetown University School of Dentistry in 1986. I then did my residency at the Mount Sinai Medical Center and was asked to stay and be an attending and lecturer, which I did for 10 years. Now I'm on staff and I lecture at the LIJ Dental Residency. The practice of dentistry is constantly changing and evolving with great advances in technology. The latest advance is called CAD/CAM, and we use the CEREC 3D technology. Essentially what this means is we can create all the porcelain, crowns, veneers, fillings, inlays, anything that's porcelain in a single visit in roughly an hour instead of in weeks, which is the way it used to be with impressions and temporaries. We can do a full mouth restoration with CEREC 3D technology, such as a full mouth of porcelain veneers and crowns in only one day. The patient is here with us all day, and when they leave, they are complete. We also have laser technology, which allows us to perform some periodontal procedures and certain things that would take major efforts in only a few minutes. People often ask me, what is it that we do in our office that allows patients to be comfortable with the dental experience? We do many things. The first thing they see when they walk in is a coffee and tea station with a large variety of flavors. After that, we have all kinds of music. We have DVDs, CDs, we have an iPod playing, we have HD TVs, and we have satellite radio now, so there's entertainment. Beyond that, my staff, Lisa, Mariana, Carmen, are very adept at taking care of patients' needs. They are nurturing, they are compassionate, we all are, and we're very, very interested in making the experience pleasurable and productive. Today we're going to do a full mouth cosmetic restoration using CAD/CAM CEREC technology. Our patient, Jane, is here. She's had 10 porcelain veneers for 20 years, made with the original technique with impressions and temporaries and an off-site laboratory technician who created her veneers over about a 3 or 4 week period. This cosmetic restoration was done in 1990 with conventional techniques in an off-site laboratory. It was very successful and continues to be, although as you can see there are some glitches. One front veneer is broken, several margins have a little bit of brown stain on them, and they just don't have the brilliance that the new restoration will have. We're now going to create a CEREC 3D porcelain veneer restoration in only one visit using CAD/CAM technology. The patient has already completed her consultation appointment where we discussed her aesthetic preferences and desires thoroughly. Models of her teeth were made in preparation for detailed planning, and we custom selected and purchased 10 porcelain blocks for the restoration. What we're doing now is painting a liquid on the teeth, and then we're going to coat the teeth with a light powder that's going to allow the infrared camera to see the teeth, and then we're going to have a model of her teeth in the computer. Take it. Transfer it. Take it. Good. We're beginning now the laboratory phase of our one-day restoration for our patient. Her teeth have been scanned so that we can preserve the shape and the contours of her original restoration, and then they've been prepared and scanned again. So here we are in the laboratory portion of our day. What I'm going to do now is use the software of our CEREC CAD/CAM computer and complete 10 porcelain veneers and crowns for Jane. We're going to be changing contours slightly at the patient's request. We have certain teeth that need to be a little longer or a little wider, and we're going to make this restoration as beautiful as we can, and it's exactly as she wants it to be. We've completed designing the case. The restorations are all in the computer in virtual format. The computer will now direct the robotic mill to take blocks of porcelain, which were custom selected for our patient, and mill precise porcelain restorations, veneers and crowns, which will be super accurate, even more accurate than with classic laboratory procedures because a scan is more accurate than an impression. We now have 10 porcelain restorations custom milled by the robotic mill. These restorations have already been tried into Jane's mouth. They fit perfectly, as they always do, because the infrared scan is accurate. They're now ready for me to glaze and custom shade them. We've made certain decisions about where we need teeth to be a little bit more translucent, where they need to be a little bit more opaque, and where we need certain custom things happening like a brown line or a white line, and we're ready to go. The veneers and crowns have now been stained and the glaze has been applied. The next step is to place them into the porcelain furnace, which is a computerized device that will do what furnaces do in dental laboratories. It will glaze and solidify the porcelain to its hardened, shiny state. We now have the restoration. It's 8 porcelain veneers and 2 crowns. They've come out of the furnace. They are stained, custom stained, and glazed. They are now in their condition ready for permanent placement in the patient's mouth. All of this has taken place in only one day. The patient is still here. She's been relaxing, watching television. She had lunch, and now she's about to sit back in the dental chair, and we're going to put these in her mouth permanently. We have accomplished what used to take at least 3 weeks and often more than a month in less than a day. What did you think of having this done in one day?
It was amazing. I mean, it was the best experience I've ever had at the dentist. Seriously, it was quick, it was pleasant. I was able to watch television. You bought me lunch, I had a great soup. It was wonderful. It was really fine.
Having been a patient in the past of a similar procedure, it took weeks to accomplish this.
It took weeks. I had to walk around with my teeth with temporaries, and it was a long process. And I was happy, although I was happy last time. This time it was just totally different and just so convenient for me to come for one day, to come here and just spend the day and then come out of here with gorgeous teeth. And it was fabulous. I'm happy.